Hey guys, it's Aexen here, back with another Destiny weapon review. Over the past few weeks, I've been grinding a lot of Vanguard strikes, and not until now have I really got any weapons that are worth reviewing. The gun that I'll be reviewing in today's video, as you have probably concluded from the title, is the Shadow Price. The Shadow Price is a max impact, low rate of fire auto rifle, which is obtainable from Vanguard packages. This gun is fairly rare, and because of this, it's fairly difficult to get your hands on a good roll. I personally snagged myself a fairly decent roll with good overall stability and the perk Third Eye. These perks definitely are not the best perks to have on this, but they are fairly close to what I would recommend. Now that I mention it, the stability on my roll is practically maxed out, so I don't have too much to be complaining about. But what is a perfect roll on the Shadow Price? I want to point out that first, higher damaging auto rifles such as the Shadow Price are not exactly top tier at the moment. However, a good roll is still pretty fun to use. First off, the best scopes generally are the red dot sights because they're clear and fairly simplistic, meaning there will be little to actually obstruct or distract you while you're aiming down sights. On the first main perk on this gun, you're going to want to choose something along the lines of Rodeo to reduce the amount of kick that this gun has. You really want to prioritize stability and stats such as that to increase your overall effectiveness. For the next perk, you'll most likely want to choose something such as Small Bore to increase both your range and stability, or Hand-Laid Stock to increase stability at a cost to range. Range is important on this gun, but with this type of auto rifle, it generally is better to stick at close or medium ranges for its full effectiveness to be used. Another good perk on this gun is Perfect Balance, which does boost your stability to a lesser extent than Hand-Laid Stock, but it has none of the negative effects. Finally, good perks to have on the last main perk include Counterbalance, Third Eye, and maybe Glass Half Full. Counterbalance is my favorite perk to increase stability, and Third Eye is an excellent choice for keeping a zone held down. Glass Half Full will also help you if you are trying to fight more than one target at once. This weapon does have a decent base stability and range stat, so for an auto rifle in this archetype, it is one of the better ones to pick up. This means that if you do want to use this weapon in the Crucible, you can have success. From what I've seen, this archetype can deal a maximum of 26 precision damage and 21 damage to the body to a target in the Crucible. Because of this, you will be able to kill someone in 8 headshots or 10 body shots. This can give you a fairly low time to kill, but you have to remember that with these higher damage and lower rate of fire weapons, that it's way worse if you miss one bullet than it is in something like the Doctrine of Passing, which shoots bullets out like crazy. You must be accurate to use this weapon effectively. Missing even one shot in a 1v1 engagement can get you killed. With a weapon like this, you must know how to control the recoil. That is why I do generally recommend a higher stability roll, even over prioritizing this over the range stat. You can be very effective with this gun, however you do have to know when a battle is winnable and you need to play smart. In PvE, this gun behaves anywhere from horrible to amazing. It's decent, and it does what an auto rifle's good at doing. It can keep down enemy shields, and it really keeps constant DPS onto bosses or other bulky enemies, but the main problem is it's not that much different from many other weapons. While it is fun to use, it does not necessarily have the same feel as a Mida multi-tool, which can lay down consistent damage from a way further distance. And when you compare it to something like the Bad Juju, which is practically made for PvE, you can just see how average this gun really is. It isn't terrible, such as something like the Last Word is in PvE, but it could just easily be a lot better than what it is. But if you do like the feel of this gun, still use it because it's not necessarily a bad choice if you know how to use it. Overall, the time that I had using this weapon was fairly enjoyable. While this gun is not anywhere near the most overpowered thing in the world, it still is one of those guns that if you do get, they're just fun to try out and test for yourself. With favorable base stats on the range and stability side of things, the Shadow Price does work very well for the type of weapon it is. If you do pick one of these up, make sure to tell me what roll you get down below in the comments. But anyways, that's really all the time that I have for today's video. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave your support by pressing that like button down below. If you have any suggestions, statements, or I guess anything else you want to say, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you really love the video and you'd like to see more like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.